Mortgage Mailbag presented by FindMyWayHome.com. Click twice and say, I want to go home. Amy wants to know, I'm currently in escrow and have been asked to turn in a crazy amount of paperwork. Must have been asked that by the mortgage mistress. Why do banks need all of this information?
I don't know.
And I kind of agree with her. It is a crazy amount of paper. We're killing a lot of trees.
Here's the simple answer.
Oh, goody.
But it's not necessarily the easiest. It's to protect the borrower.
To protect me,
to protect the borrower.
The borrower.
Yeah, most of it is discrimination.
Right.
Most of it is fair lending. Most of it is an attempt to make absolutely sure that banks and lenders are treating every single client exactly the same way. And the only way you can do that is get every single buyer to sign 100 pieces of paper disclosing their race, their ethnicity, their whatever, right? What if they would like cats or dogs? You know, it's crazy
cats
out
and dogs
there.
living together.
What's your sign? You know,
one or the other.
I always tell people, I go, look, you know, every single documentation I ask for you is going to fall in 1-2 boxes. Is it going to be in laws? I'm asking for it because of a law.
Yep.
And so I legally have to do it, like identity theft, the Patriot Act, Dodd-Frank, fair lending, or quality control. Remember back in that day where banks,
when there was no quality?
When there was no quality and they lost a ton of money.
So I was buying houses left and right.
Yeah, it
was awesome.
Lending so much money without even checking. Well, imagine you lended money, you lost tons of money. You're going to want to know about this person, this stranger that you're lending, and that's why we're seeing this pendulum.
Stranger
swing.
danger.
Stranger danger. Pendulum
I
swing.
think that's the key. I'm going to give you several $100,000, so just keep signing. Keep
signing things that protect me.
Yeah, I think you see this anytime in history. You get one extreme, and then when you correct that, you kind of go all the way to the opposite, and eventually we'll even out.
You mean buying houses at the drive-thru at Sonic was not a good idea?
No.
Well, 500 years ago, you could spit in your hand and shake a dude's hand,
and
it was binding, right? But then people start taking advantage of the system.
It was binding and gross.
So it may have been gross, but it was binding.
But what I would say is you guys just take it in stride and just know that once you enter bank world, real world logic no longer applies.
Bank world.
Real world logic no longer applies.
I think the answer here is make the lender sit there and read every single word of every document with you until they submit.
And your escrow will close not on time.
Who hurt you?
You don't need to sign.
I say your escrow will not close on time.
How do you like it, pal?
Who hurt you? Who hurt you, Big Frank?
Somebody hurt.
It was a lender, obviously.
A bank, maybe?
So I mean, if I had to break this down, breaking it down, you have to do all that paperwork.
And I promise you, I don't want to do it any more than you do.
No. Okay, here's the crazy part. Who really reads all that stuff? Or you know, you're kind of flipping through it like the car salesman, right? And you're going, okay, sign here, sign here, initial, sign, initial, sign. Does anybody ever go, whoa, I got to read this?
They do. Every now and
what
then,
percentage?
I get at least one client a
Less
year.
than 1%.
Yeah, I get at least that one person, you know, that will read, in line, blah, blah, blah. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't read all these because I know I have no control over this. It's not going to change.
Is that when you excuse yourself and you step outside and go, honey, I'll be home about 8:30 tonight, so just go ahead and eat without me?
I actually had one guy, he was a lawyer, and he printed them out, and he says, I gotta review this. I'm like, okay, sure, go ahead, let me know if you have any questions. And I always go through like quickly, this is what this is for, blah blah blah. He comes
redacting.
back 2 days later with red marks and cross out, and I'm like, no.
Legal brief.
You don't understand. This is not to be
LegalZoom
changed.
is for.
Yeah.
Could you change that to thus?
Yeah, I was like, no, this isn't negotiable.
Why is there a comma here? There shouldn't be a comma here.
Whatever.
Just know I'm on your side. I don't want to do it any more than you do.
Yeah.
But just roll with the punches. That's my biggest advice.
Broadview Mortgage on your side.
Can we do that?
It's highly illegal.
I know.
Whatever. Shut up. They're not going to find. They
It
can't
was in a
find me,
different
damn
key,
it.
Scott.
It was. You couldn't even tell what it really was. All right, Amy. We all feel the pain, but it is paperwork that just has to be.
Just buck up.
Has to be done.
Yep.
All right. More good advice from the Keeping It Real Estate gang. FindMyWayHome.com for more information. See ya.